Hey guys, so I've been out of camp now for about a week and a half. I'm finally getting around to making this video, but I'm sure the people who are watching this are actually going to the camp in summer of 2020 or 2021. But I'm basically making this video to give you guys a heads up if you are entered into the Ethics in the 21st Century Business, Politics, and Technology course. For those of you who are interested in taking that course, or if you are like myself and are taking that course because the business classes filled up, I want to let you guys know that if that is the case for you and you are unable to get either of the business classes, the ethics course is actually amazing. It was a lot of fun. We did a lot of discussions, a lot of debates, and some of it got really heated. You might be lucky and get some great characters in your class, the way I did. You're only there for a month, so they're trying to make it as content-filled as possible. So that means you have 2 sessions a day, one in the morning, and then a 2-hour lunch break. And after that, you go back for another 2-hour class session. Class can sometimes feel really long, especially if you're talking about topics that you weren't necessarily interested in. I know for the business politics, I got really into it and I was really interested, but some of the stuff about technology, not so much. But if you are into that, it's really interesting still. You do some group presentations as well as individual presentations, but it's not stressful. It's definitely something that you have to put work into to get a grade that you want, but at the same time, it's not something that you should stress over. It's nothing super formal. It's something that they want to make sure that you're participating and you're doing the readings. And we did a lot of reading. I got this. Yeah. So this is the reader for the program, and there are a lot of different articles that the teachers put in here that you are expected to read and type up a short summary on. The readings varied from difficulty to difficulty. The first one, I'll admit, I had to use SparkNotes to translate and understand because it was my first time reading a philosophy paper, so it was really just like, I didn't know what was going on. I was like, what do you mean? What is utilitarianism? But they talked about taking that reading out, so I don't know if you're gonna have to deal with John Stuart Mill. If you do, the SparkNote is great. Look up YouTube videos if you don't understand. Another thing that's really useful is just talking to your classmates. I had a group chat for a couple of the kids in my class. We would talk about the readings and what anything meant, if we had questions, and just contacting students individually if you make friends. But definitely like going to office hours, they are held pretty frequently. The professors, David and Andrew, are super easy to talk to. If you have any questions on the papers that you're gonna write, you have a short paper and a long paper. If you have any questions about those, about the TA's comments, there's also a TA. I forgot to mention that. Love you, Brooke. That was our TA. I don't know if Brooke will be back, but if Brooke is back, you guys are lucky. She's an awesome person. But David and Andrew will be teaching the program next year, so you can hear a little bit about what they have to say about the program.
Definitely expect like a pretty different experience from high school in terms of like the sort of content, the sort of thinking you're gonna have to do. So you'll be reading stuff that's very unlike like the textbooks you're gonna be reading in high school. You're gonna be asked to do very different sorts of assignments.
Expect a lot of work, a lot of reading, a lot of thinking. Expect it also, I guess this depends on the instructors you have. Maybe we were decent instructors, but hope for at least some sort of life-changing experience. Because I think that when you're focusing on the same topic for several hours each day, getting to know a lot of other people who may never have been in a college environment before, there's a potential to really experience a lot of personal growth and have a lot of fun while doing it. I think another dimension of it too is, I remember this was something I always heard when talking to my high school teachers about going off to college. When you take college classes, the responsibility is on you to take more of an ownership role in your own education. You're teachers, your instructors will obviously be there for you to provide you with support whenever you need it. But if you choose to zone out during class, or if you choose to be really engaged in the material, a lot of that's going to be on you. No one will force you to take the material as seriously as you might take it. But if you're invested, if you put the effort forward, you can get a lot more out of it than you might get out of any other high school class that you've taken.
Final words?
No,
It's been great. I'm gonna miss
real.
this experience. I hope we can teach this again next year.
I'm really excited to start sleeping again now. It was a lot of prep for this class. It's 3 hours of lecture or discussion. That's like the usual classes we're teaching, like 50 minutes, hour, 20 minutes. 3 hours. That was